Hey guys, it's Jen from Rustic Rehabs. It's Tuesday at about 11 o'clock and I'm at the Goodwill in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin today. I thought I would switch it up and see what we can find at this one. My Goodwills are in full Halloween mode. I am looking for things I can't live without for Halloween, but mostly looking for Christmas and everyday items. This little pumpkin for a couple of bucks is probably worth about $3 or $4 to me. And how cute was that sconce that you can turn into a ghost? I did one a few weeks ago, and so until that sells, we are good. I'm looking for high-end Halloween and fall decor in this, and I'm seeing a lot of plastic cheap stuff that I really can't reuse. In the past, I would have bought some of this just because it's cute and it would fill my store, but I'm working really hard to make things more high-end and worth my time and my customers' time. But when you're a true thrifter, you never skip a season. You always look at whatever is there and see what you can make of it. This is a very cool looking pumpkin, but it would need a paint job and it was way overpriced. $15 is probably what I would charge in my store, so we're gonna leave that sit. We sell furniture and home decor, so art is a huge part of what we sell. I thrift a lot of it, and if I don't like the print that's in there or it's aged, I either paint the frame or put decoupage paper in there, and it is a huge part of my business. Here's two great pieces we upcycle that are for sale now. And we love teaching you how to do this too. I encourage everybody to look at the frames in their houses and see if they can paint over it and turn into something else. No great scores on art this time, but maybe in a different part of the store. And now I'm headed to the Christmas section because I have a lot of Christmas to be stocking up on and upcycling. Unfortunately, the Christmas display is looking pretty sad and picked over too, but I expect as people start getting their Christmas stuff out, they will have more to choose from. Mark your calendars for our Christmas open house on the 8th and 9th of November, which is coming up fast. I'll be honest, by this point in this thrifting trip, I usually have a half full cart. And this store is pretty good for me, so by the time I hit this far in, I was starting to think this day was going to be a bust. But you don't give up, keep looking down all the aisles and see what you can use. Another quick tip is take a snack with you so you don't get low blood sugar, and always have a AA battery to test all the clocks because they're probably dead and they probably don't have one up front. These are going to make great ornament holders. I am so excited. We've got some fun ideas for making our own ornaments this year too that we'll share with you when we get a little bit closer. Another tip, shop the thrift store like a craft store. I saw this and I immediately knew it could be a base for this. I layered on a thistle wreath and a little pumpkin and a little sign that says, "Hey Pumpkin," and it's so cute. We will make a thrift store marriage of this too, back at the shop with something. Same with this. Or I decide to put it back because I have enough things like that. Honestly, in this trip, by this time I was like, what am I even finding? This was not a very cart-filling experience this time, right? But stick around because I'm going to find some cool stuff that makes it all worth it. I spy a construction clock, which will look great with my little kid construction dresser set that I have. It's called the Killian, and somebody needs to get in and take this home for their kiddo. The face of the clock's a little scratched up, but it's for a kid's room. They're not really gonna care. I tried to buff it with a little bit of a magic eraser to make it better. I thought this was a bird cage, but I think it's for corks, so I will put it back. Little Easter bunny items back here that will be perfect for spring, so I will put them away, and I know that I can more than double my money on this guy. Step 4, don't fall into the trap of, I didn't find anything, so I might as well just grab this. Make sure it's things you can actually use. Sometimes when I haven't scored big thrifting, I start buying things that I normally wouldn't buy. That pig bank will sell all day long, that little Princess Piggy bank. That dog one had a chip in it, so we left it. I've done enough thrifting that I have a pretty good idea how much is in my cart and what the price was, and this was way lower for me than usual. I often spend like $100 before I even know what's going on. So if you're under budget, take it as a good thing. Don't take it as I just need to buy stuff to fill my store, because that is not the way you want to fill it. You want to get proper merchandise to meet your aesthetic and please your customers. It's why it's not as easy as everybody thinks it is. It looks like it's just fun and you just go do it. But the reality is it's work to figure out. It's a lot of choices and it's hit or miss, and you have to learn along the way, or you end up with a lot of stock that doesn't sell, or a lot of things that need to be painted and upcycled, and that takes a lot of time. I have a lot of vases, but this could be very beautiful for fall. It's just simple. Put a luminary in there and wait till you see what I match it up with. This little wreath I grabbed off camera, and when I got back to the shop, I realized it was a match made in heaven. I'm headed toward the checkout, and I'm thinking I'm not that excited about anything I picked today, but hang on. I spy a pretty teapot, and it turns out this is a Fenton teapot. So it is available on my site, and it is in really great shape. It is so pretty. I don't buy these often, but it is available. And then, bam, right after that, I find this Mackenzie Childs. This is already sold on my website for $44.99. They retail at $129, I think, or $120. And this one had a little dent in it, but it is so pretty for staging that someone snagged it up out of state and will be mailing it out. These little luminaries will look so good at Christmas time or fall. Look at how pretty they are. And then a couple more things and we're hitting the checkout. I spent $44 this week and I sold that picture for $44. So in girl math, that's a success. If one thing can pay for the rest of my things, I'm continuing to reinvest. Here's a few more things that I finished, or the gals at my shop finished and put out this week. We've got all different kinds of one-of-a-kind things. We've got new Prima in, new purses in. There's so much to come see. So make sure you come visit us. And if not in store, online at rusticrehabs.com. Thank you for hanging out with us today, and I hoped I shared a little bit with you about how I go throughout my thrifting sessions week after week. Take good care and talk to you soon.